watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And good evening. I'm Elisa Gale. Well, right now, 2 DC police officers convicted in the death of a 20-year-old man are now back on the job after the department reinstated them following presidential pardons.
And the mother of 20-year-old Karan Hilton Brown airing her frustrations before the DC Council in a heated exchange today. It's video you'll only see on DC News Now.
Our Randy Bass was there as she went back and forth with the council's chairman. She's joining us live outside police headquarters now with the latest. Good evening, Randy.
Yes, good evening, Annalisa. Mark. Today, Karan Hilton asking the DC Council what they can do and what they are doing already to try to bring some comfort to her after reinstating those 2 DC police officers. She expressed those frustrations, directing many of them right at Council Chairman Phil Mendelson.
What are you guys doing as far as this? So what do we do? Wait for a next child to die? I'm asking, Mr. Mendelson, I'm asking.
I don't know what we do. The president.
But you guys are the council. You shouldn't be telling me you don't know what to do.
Karan Hilton, mother of Karan Hilton Brown, expressing her frustration over the reinstatement of the 2 DC police officers previously convicted in the death of her son. President Trump issuing pardons in January for Officer Terrence Sutton, convicted of murder and obstruction of justice, and Lieutenant Andrew Zabowski, also convicted on obstruction charges in Karan's death and the alleged cover-up dating back to 2020. The 20-year-old was riding a moped on a sidewalk when he was hit by an oncoming car during a police pursuit. He died days later. His mother begging the council for answers today.
If this was your child that they murdered, would you hire him back? Mr. Minister, answer the question. That's it. That's it. If this is your child, would you hire the murderer of your child back on the job? Mr.
Will you let me answer?
Please do.
I have 2 answers. The first is no. And the second is I don't agree with their being hired back.
Chairman Phil Mendelson has concerns about those officers being back on the job.
These officers will never have the credibility that's necessary in order to represent the public in court presenting evidence. They will never have that credibility, and so I was shocked that they were to hear that they were rehired.
Now, we reached out to the DC Police Department for comment. They would only confirm those 2 officers are back on the job, wouldn't say anything else, citing personnel matters. At this point, it is not clear what their jobs or duties within the department are at this point. Live in Northwest, I'm Randy Bass, DC News Now.
All right, thanks to Randy. And live look at the Washington Monument. Beautiful day outside, Annalisa.
Yes, we've had a couple days here, but changes tomorrow. Meteorologist Scott Sumner with more on that now. And Scott, yeah, that rain.
Yeah, we've got some moderate to heavy rain to build in here for tomorrow. As well, some storms. Right now, it's dry and mostly cloudy as we see 59 degrees. Now we've dipped below that 60-degree reading here, but still very pleasant outside, and the pleasant temperatures will be seen throughout the remainder of the evening. You can see those clouds drifting in and out, so this is what I like to call variably cloudy skies across the entire viewing area. But again, tomorrow we're under a marginal risk, or slight risk, excuse me, of seeing severe storms in 2 separate rounds here across the area. We'll break those rounds down for you coming up in my main forecast. But again, you want to watch out, be weather alert tomorrow, and specifically in the afternoon, early afternoon, and then in towards the early evening time frame. Plenty of evening tonight, though, not an issue here. 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the evening. We're looking at partly cloudy skies. We're seeing temperatures here that are into the middle and lower 50s. So very, very nice if you want to go out for a bite to eat. But again, tomorrow's a DMV alert day. You can see the number. It's going to be mild out there, but that's only going to help exasperate some of the storms that are going to be moving on in. We'll talk more about the 7-day forecast, and again, break down tomorrow's forecast coming up.
Scott, thank you. And happening now, bus fire on I-95 in Dale City. That's near the Dale Boulevard exit in Prince William County. All northbound lanes are blocked. Delays are reaching 1.5 miles and growing. It's unclear what started the fire and if there are any injuries.
Also happening tonight, President Donald Trump will deliver his first joint address to Congress in his second term. This is a live look at the Capitol where he'll be giving that speech. It starts tonight around 9. Fencing is already up around the Capitol in preparation, and tonight the president will lay out the sweeping actions he's taken during his first few weeks in office. The White House saying the theme of his address will be the renewal of the American dream. And a heads up for drivers, those rolling road closures again around the Capitol. They'll last through the end of tonight's address. We'll have the full list of street closures right now on our website for you, dcnewsnow.com. Also, you want to stick around. Coming up at 5:30, we're going to be hearing from Virginia Senator Tim Kaine as well, who was bringing a fired FAA employee to tonight's address. We're talking to both of them in our next half hour.
Happening now, the president's speech will come as a trade war is underway with China, Canada, and Mexico.
Yeah, President Trump put a 25% tariff on goods imported from Canada and Mexico and a 20% tariff on goods from China. Now, all three countries are responding with tariffs of their own. China has put a tariff on imports of key farm products, including chicken, wheat, corn, cotton, soybeans, beef, pork, fruits, vegetables, and dairy. Those go into effect March 10th.
And DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is joining us live in Alexandria with how the tariffs may impact the local economy.
Well, Mark and Annalisa, one of the businesses very worried about all of this is Port City Brewing here in Alexandria. The owner says that these tariffs may hurt his business and may lead to fewer customers.
If the prices go up, I honestly don't know how often I'd order it again because it's already like $15. But
customers say they aren't looking forward to increased prices after President Trump enacted tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China.
Well, it's very frustrating because it's hard enough running a small business when your supply chain is intact. But when you have these ridiculous disruptions in the supply chain, it just causes chaos.
The owner of Port City Brewing here in Alexandria says all of their bottle caps come from Mexico. And those glass bottles, as well as their base malts for all of their beers, come from Canada.
If these tariffs hold, there will be an increase in our prices.
The U.S. is now taxing imports from Canada and Mexico at 25%. The president also increased a tariff on China from 10 to 20%.
There could be some temporary short-term disruption, and people will understand that. The tariffs are going to make us very rich and very strong.
The owner worries the higher prices from these tariffs will scare customers away.
It'd be a pretty decent impact. I probably just wouldn't go out as much to compensate for it.
And Mexico, China, and Canada have announced their own retaliatory tariffs on American imports in response. For now, live here in Alexandria, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
All right, Liberty, thank you. Meanwhile, a new study suggests that the Trump tariffs could impact the price of new cars. Automotive consultant Anderson's Economic Group says that the cost of building a crossover utility vehicle could increase by $4,000. And they also say that electric vehicles could see an increase of up to $12,000. And according to Kelly Blue Book, the average price of a new car is just under $50,000.
And taking a live look right now at Roslyn, we know right now the FAA is investigating why flight crews landing at DCA received a collision warning despite no other planes being around. Reports say the alerts came over the weekend. In a statement to DC News Now, the FAA confirming that some planes received that false mid-air collision alert with no other planes nearby when trying to land. They went on to add that some pilots executed go-arounds due to those alerts. The FAA, again, is investigating what happened there.
DC News Now is your local election headquarters. Today is primary election day for the Prince George's County special election. This is the race to replace Angela Alsobrooks, who resigned shortly after she was elected to the United States Senate. There are 11 candidates running, 8 Democrats, 3 Republicans. You'll see County Council member Jolene Ivey on the ballot, but she suspended her campaign last month. Aside from the county executive race, the council's District 5 seat is at stake, and we caught up with voters as they made their way to the polls this morning.
We got to deal with all the federal employees being laid off, and we have a lot of federal workers in our area. And I'm looking forward to our elected officials doing whatever they can.
A general election is June 3rd. You must be in line by 8 p.m. tonight to cast an in-person ballot. In the special election, we have a list of polling places and a list of candidates on our website, dcnewsnow.com.